Most readers approach ancient religious texts as history or moral poetry. The dual caustic universe framework reads them at the firmware level. It treats the Quran as a literal operating manual, describing a reality governed by a recursive mathematical sequence: 2, 3, 7. Every engine has a foundational design constraint. Here, pure divine command cannot directly touch physical matter. If it did, the physical substrate would instantly annihilate. To survive its own initiation, the system divided reality into a duality, a field of invisible constraint and a field of visible manifestation. Because of this, it built a cosmic semiconductor. This is a diagram of a standard p-n junction. In electronics, this joins two different materials. We map the n-type block to the invisible realm of information, heaven. The p-type block maps to the physical realm of Earth. Placing these two fields side by side produces a static universe. Without an interface, no energy transfers. Conductivity requires a boundary layer. In solid-state physics, this is called a depletion region. It acts as an active threshold, keeping the two sides from neutralizing each other while enabling a controlled exchange of information. This junction serves as the shared inflection point, where the command signal can safely step down into measurable manifestation. This boundary layer appears in the text as the tree. It is the precise buffer where wave function collapse creates physical form. A pure semiconductor cannot conduct on its own. It requires doping. Atom being taught the names is the initial doping of the substrate. It injects the capacity for information flow into the Earth. Iblis functions as the circuit's electrical resistance. He provides the necessary test pressure to set a minimum barrier threshold. Functional circuits require this resistance. Without it, energy rushes through in an uncontrolled short circuit. Resistance ensures the current actually does work, moving in a directed flow. This is the Atlas circuit board. Human history follows a similar schematic, an ongoing test of conductivity against built-in resistance. When voltage is applied in the right direction, a circuit achieves forward bias. Figures like Dawud and Solomon act as band gap engineers, manipulating the fields to safely regulate a massive surge of signal density into reality. Even in a highly reverse-biased, corrupt system, anomalies can occur. The wife of Pharaoh successfully lowers the potential barrier from the inside, forcing conductance when her environment actively opposes it. Compare that to leakage current, energy slipping through the barrier without completing a cycle. Samiri's golden calf creates a hollow, counterfeit resonance that dissipates energy without lawful traversal. The system eventually requires a trigger to fully open the gate. Yahya, taking hold of the book, provides the exact forward voltage required to overcome the barrier potential and allow the primary current to surge. These prophetic actions are literal mechanical phase shifts. They are operations that force the cosmic circuit to conduct. Semiconductors have limits. What happens to the physical substrate when the injected voltage vastly exceeds its structural capacity? When Musa asks to see the source directly, it triggers an event known in solid-state physics as an avalanche breakdown. Pure signal density ionizes the physical barrier. The structure shatters, rebooting Musa's state into a stable new coordinate. We see a different structural failure with Solomon's death. He remains standing, propped up by his staff, for days after passing. This is capacitive discharge. The physical system continues to run on stored inertia long after the primary power source is cut. Physical death and destruction in this framework act as mathematically necessary phase transitions. Energy is never lost, it simply changes its state within the circuit. This is a point contact transistor. These ancient diagrams map your personal operating system. Every junction in the cosmic circuit has a local counterpart inside you. Human consciousness, the heart, is the depletion region. It is the exact point of contact in this cosmic semiconductor. Every choice you make is amidst a mechanical force on the system. You either apply a forward bias, letting current flow, or a reverse bias, increasing your internal resistance and blocking the signal. The universe operates as a continuous test of conductance. The structure is already built. The only variable left is whether you function as an insulator or a conduit for light upon light.